Good morning. I'm gonna start. So I'm gonna show you guys how to trade when we are having an anticipating indecision, how to trade, especially SPY, QQQ, or stocks that have a big ATR. So what to expect? It seems people sometimes forget when stocks or the market has a good run like we had, we always have some time where we're calling calm after a storm, where you have, if a stock was expanding, we have some days of constricting, which is where we get those indecision days. So I want people to always anticipate that. The market can just keep going. The minute we had this on Wednesday, it was meaning we were either going to be getting another up to 3 days of indecision. Always know what to anticipate when you see the candles on the daily chart. After we had this, that was on Friday, we were ranging up, and then we had an NR7. So when we have an NR7 the following day, you're looking at it because you can have continuation or we can have a pullback. So what we had was continuation, and this continuation, if you look at the range, we were not going so high. The range was not as big as where we were coming from. So this was actually telling us we are approaching the top, or we're going to get some more days of indecision. Now, when you're looking at this on the daily chart and you're seeing stocks that are creating indecision for SPY, QQQ, or any stock with a big ATR, because they're the best to trade when they're ranging, if they're giving you a good range. For stocks with a small ATR, it's usually a very risky. You want to trade those with a big ATR. If they are zigzag, you can ride them up and you can ride them down. Now for SPY, like yesterday, when we had, like I had mentioned, we were just, this consolidation happen. So when you're having the pullback, which is what happened first, so you're either trading puts and always have a target level. So we had this 468 and 467. These were like a double bottom. And then it went to 472, which was a lower high because the previous day we had hit 475. So obviously from this, we had a double bottom, yes, but we had created a lower high. So the first thing you'd be anticipating would be a pullback just from doing this kind of analysis in the morning. We had this 472 here, 472 here, and then 472 the entire first hour, which was not breaking. Okay. Now, if you're trading QQQ and SPY, and you're trading those zero ODTs, the ones the same day expiry or the lotos, this is a good opportunity when you have such kind of move where you're having the previous day you had indecision and you're anticipating the next day indecision. So indecision means neither the buyers nor the sellers win. So you want to take advantage of that indecision. You'll have the market trying to be pulled down, and then you'll have the market trying to be pulled back up. Okay. So you look at what happened the previous day. We had hit 475. Okay. Then after hours, we had pulled back. This what happened on Wednesday. We pulled back to 467. And then pre-market, this is 468. So probably you'll be saying, okay, we are bullish, we're going back up. But this pre-market high, we never broke it. So, and then we are followed by this indecision, and then we dropped. So now when you're dropping, you're looking at these two levels from here and then the pre-market one. If this is rejected, then you're riding this. So if you are traded puts, or you still wanted to see what was going to happen, you're riding those contracts up. Theta, this is theta. You want to take advantage of theta if you're trading, especially those ODTs, or even if you're buying the following day expiry. And we can look at one and see how it went. So when you're having a zig, especially if you're seeing most stocks on the daily chart, when you have the first indecision after a run, like we had here, usually it's you get an NR7 first, and then you get another indecision. So you're anticipating this can go on for 3 days, 6 days, even 9 days. Okay, so you want to know how to trade those days of indecision, especially trading 0-day expiry. So you just want the first, after that run, the first candle, which gives us indecision, which was what happened on Wednesday. We had hit 52-week high. We rejected 479. So of course, the next day, we want to see, will the market want to push this price back up, or is it going to create another indecision? Now, if you're seeing the way we started, we were just squeezing for this entire time. Nobody was making a move. When you're seeing this, especially if a stock created a lower high, it's a sign of weakness. So prepare fast for a bearish trend. Most of the time, anytime we hit a all-time high or a 52-week high, and then you have indecision the following day, the market will slightly pull back. And if it creates a higher low, you're riding it back up. So that's how to trade on that day. And we can look at a contract. Yesterday, if you look, those contracts, I only did these and I was not feeling too well yesterday. So I didn't even catch this move. So you're timing this move up, okay? Now, if you're counting days, this was actually, yes, this on Wednesday was actually day 2. I don't know if there's anyone who's counting days. This was day 2. Okay, so we had some on day 2, depending on what happened when we had this change of trend on Monday, then we hit 472. This was day 1, which we had continuation. Day 2, I always say, look at what happened day 1 and day 2. You will get some bullish move on day 2, yes. But you are looking at, is it creating a lower high or is it creating a higher low on day 2? Okay, if a stock was bullish, look at the level on day 1 and the day 2. So here, this looks like a double top because 474, 475 is the same range. So we got the bullish move, yes, but we barely broke this level, and then we rejected our key level, which was to retest 479. So on day 2, if you're seeing this happen, please plan for this. And sometimes this move, the drop, can go on into day 3, or sometimes you can create a higher low here or a double bottom on into day 3, and then you start going back up. Now, on day 3, please, always, if you're counting days, day 3, expect a V shape. A V shape. A stock can continue pulling back into day 3, but when it's done, it will start going back up. Always expect a V shape. This is V. So you're going down and you're going back up to retest this level. Now, from day 1, day 2, day 3, you're looking at those levels, the support, and you're also looking at resistance as you prepare what to happen on day 4 and day 5. So on day 2, on day 1, we were trending up. So on day 6, we were going up, but it was barely a strong trend, but we were going up. And then we continued into day 1. Then day 2, day 1 and day 2, you're looking for double top or high, double top or lower high, or you're looking for higher low, double bottom or higher low. So here we were up. And then you must always have a target level, because on day 2, we're always expecting some bullish trend. But if it's not going to, if you're seeing that bullish trend is not going on the whole day, and you're creating a lower high or a double top, just anticipate for this move. And you can see some stocks, this move continue into day 3. But day 3, it can be a whole day trending down, very rarely, but it's a pullback. Day 3 is a pullback, meaning it is a slight deviation from the trend, and then the trend continues. So always anticipate day 3 to be zigzag. It's gonna be like this and going up. Or if it was a stock that was trending down, you're gonna see a V facing up. So you'll go up and then continue down. Okay. So if you're not counting days, I see people get frustrated, and I'm like, the first mistake you're doing is not counting days, and you guys are expecting the market to just be going up, 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 up. If you're counting days, you will know what to anticipate that day. If you don't know how to trade such, you can stay away and say, I'm waiting, or you can trade this. So if you're not counting days and you just want the market to do what you want it to do, you get frustrated when this is happening, this consolidation, and then the drop, and then the going back. If you plan for this, this is the day you can make good money. Why? When you have such a drop, they make those contracts real cheap. And we can look, so we can look at okay. So you know you're watching for it to create. So we had this 467 on Wednesday. So to this, the day you are having day 3, you're looking for a double bottom or a higher low. And that's what we've been watching for the whole of this week when we talked to the class we had on Sunday. We're looking for double bottoms, higher low, or double top, lower high. So when you have this, even by getting puts, you can already tell. So I'm anticipating a double bottom. Okay. This is the level 467. It's coming from 472. So you're gauging your expectation from the start. Okay. So we had this, and because this consolidation took, so my market opened at 7:30. This went on up to 11:45. So you can imagine from 7:30 to 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. This is a whole 4-hour candle, this consolidation. Okay, so if you're looking at contracts for calls, of course, this theta has made those contracts even cheaper and cheaper. And then we had this drop. Okay, this now took this whole process. My market closes at my time. This is this is in Eastern. So this is 9:30 when the market opens. This whole process up to here took so 9:30, 10, 11, 12, 1, 4 hours. From here, from market open to here, it's a whole 4-hour candle. So this whole process has made those contracts cheap. Now, if you're looking at the ODTs or even the following day expiry, so today we won't be able to see what happened yesterday, but we're looking at today. So as you're approaching, you are going into lunch hour, power hour, you can also trade the following day and maybe leave a runner if we have this move continuing up. But if you're trading, please always make money with the 0-day expiry. Okay. So if we're looking, so here we were at 468. We go look at the contracts calls. So 468, even if we are looking at, let's look at in the money. We can start with 468, 469, 470, and just see how much they were. Okay, so this was when that move started. So this was at the money. It was at 224, went all the way to 552. Now, if you're looking, you want to go back and see what was the high of this contract. It was 500. So it means you're expecting a V. The pattern is V. So we came from 500 to 224. We are going back to 500. Okay, so this is at the money. Now, if we look at another one, 469. Okay, so you look, where did it come from? 400. You're expecting a V. So 400, 168, 427. Okay, now let's say look at 470. Okay, so it came from 325 to 123 and then went back to 347. So it retested this level. You're going back, it's a V. You're going back. Okay, then if you look slightly out of the money, so a 471. Okay, so you came from 255, 85, 270. So even if you're doing 10 contracts, here it's a clear, you've made your almost 2,000 by just this move. So this is what you anticipate on day 3. Always anticipate this. Always anticipate this on day 3. A V. A stock, if that stock was bullish, so you're anticipating a pullback on day 3. This was the pullback and then continuation. So if you're trading those ODTs, then you're also buying the following day or even Monday because it's pullback continuation, pullback continuation. So the first thing you're anticipating is to retest this level. And even you can set sell limit here. You just going back, it's a V. You draw a V. You're going back to where you came from, down, going back up. Now, if you're not counting days, you don't know when to anticipate such moves. You're just frustrated there. Oh, you're complaining. The market is this, the market is that, the market is this, the market is that. But when you're already planning, anticipating, when you count days, you already can plan what will happen in the next 6 days. That's the advantage of counting days. Okay. So if you're trading a stock with a big ATR, so I don't know which, barely look at charts. I know you guys claim semiconductors are expensive. Let's look at NVIDIA. Okay. So this is the V. We came from here, we pulled back, we're going back to where you came from. Okay, so this one, this is not SPY and QQQ. So this one, the contract's expiring today. So this was 484. I'm trying to spare my voice. I hope you guys can still hear me. So 484. Let's look at 500 option. So that's out of the money. So let's look at 490. Let's look at this 495. Okay. So you're expecting a V. So you look at where this contract came from. And this one, because so you look at the nearest high. Of course, when you look back, when you go to 1 hour, we came from way far. We came from 3,000, or I don't know, 3,400. So always look at the nearest lower high level. So here we have 1,300, and we have here this one near here. So you're anticipating at least half of it, the nearest level, before you go all the way to 3,000. So this is anticipating a V. So this is 191 here. And then we have 329, 330. So that's what you're anticipating. The previous lower high levels first before you go to heaven. So this one you'd be getting at 75. Then we have here 189. So we came close to hitting that. So here you'd have doubled your money. If you wanted to make $100, this was it. So 189, 75, and you're going back. And if this stock is opening high, you're anticipating, so it was pullback, continuation. You're going back to where you came from. Okay, so those are the things we were looking for, the double bottoms. If you're looking at what happened Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way into Thursday, if you're counting days and yesterday was day 3, this is what you get. V, you're going down, continuation. Okay, so whatever stock you're looking at, on that day, even QQQ was the same thing. Those stocks that were trending up, and then we had a pullback from Wednesday. So if you're counting the days, so you'd see such a thing, you're waking up to money. If you had counted those days and anticipated, this is day 3, we're having a V. Okay, so it's pullback, continuation. So this one, you'll be waking up to money rather than you want here, you want to start buying, and you'll be buying expensive, and here you'd have gotten it cheap. So this is what we were looking for. We're looking for double bottom or higher low. So 402 went up, pull back, 404, higher low, get calls, swing. Okay. So we look at QQQ. So we came from here, we had this consolidation, we dropped, we created a higher low, buy calls, swing. So this was 404. You'd always trade lotos because that will make you cheap money, and then buy the following day on Monday because you're anticipating pullback, higher low, continuation. So it's always good to know what happened on day 2. On day 2 and day 3, and those people have trained recently, Donna, Ruth, Dawn, all these people with all this knowledge recently. These are the things we talked about when we counted days again. On day 6, day 1 and day 2, very important, those 3 days, because you're looking either at double top or lower high, or double bottom or higher low. So we had this on day 2, we had the pullback on day 3, then we created a higher low, get calls, swing. We are anticipating to go back to where we came from, which is 410. Okay. So if you're trading this yesterday, come. So if you're trading QQQ yesterday, you'd be getting the contracts. Oh, shit. This one is getting worse. Okay. So if you're looking at QQQ, you go to the options, calls. So when you on day 3 and you get a higher low or a double bottom, always buy time. Don't just buy lotos. So we look at 405. Okay. So it came from 365 to 157, went back to that 360, almost hitting that 365. So it's a V. It's a V shaped. So if you're not counting days and you're just waking up and expecting the market to just run up every day, it means you're not planning yourself. And when you look at yesterday, some of these stocks, the volume again went down with this V-shape thing on day 3. Okay. So day 2, we always get some bullish move, but if you're not hitting a target level, always anticipate that pullback, and some pullback can go on into day 3. And then now day 3, you're comparing the support and the resistance from day 1, day 2, day 3. Sometimes you might get even triple top or triple bottom, or if you're getting double bottom and a higher low, just want confirmation after pullback on day 3, if this stock wants to go back up. Now, if you're even getting out of, let's say, a 4, even a 407 call, okay, so it was $79. So even if you're trading and taking some money and leaving a runner, you'd have made some good. This is over $100. You want $100 per contract. So 226, 79, 212, 217, almost hit it. So if we are opening bullish today, this was your entry. You don't want you're getting in at. Now you'll have to go out of the money to buy, and you'd have gotten this opportunity to buy cheap. So please count days. Don't just be there. We always anticipating the market to run. When you look at the daily chart, if you're seeing the first day of indecision, always anticipate. We've seen indecision can take, if it's not an inside, there's a difference between indecision and an inside bar, an NR7 or an inside bar. This was not an inside bar. We broke the previous high and we broke the previous support. We went lower. So that was a doji. It's an indecision. Always, when you have indecision, anticipate the next day we will probably have another indecision days, because this can go on for 3 days. Because that's what we've seen here. So here we went up indecision. We went up double top, pullback. Okay. Always see the day we have indecision. Okay. So here we're going down indecision, and then this indecision, they were inside this. So the key was either you're breaking this to go lower or you're breaking that to go higher. This candle broke it. The next day is your entry. We're going up. It has given you a decision. Here, indecision. It always takes 3, sometimes 2 days, 3 days. But in those days, you actually can tell where this stock is anticipating to go. Always indecision, expect 2 to 3 days. You see here, indecision finally went up. Okay, so don't just, after you see as the first indecision, you wait, you go to the daily chart, you're expecting to still go to heaven. There's a reason why the market, after we hit an all-time high or a 52-week high, there's always like an impasse you know, a tug of war. Nobody wants to decide, do we go up, do we go down? So always anticipate after an indecision, there will be another day of indecision. So know how to trade those days. Okay. And if you're counting, you'd see, so from here we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And then 12. So we hit our 9 days, which was what we get for a strong trend. Then we started having indecision. So this can go on up to day 12 or even more. And that's what we've seen here, 3 days here. Okay, then we had this indecision. So whenever you go and see the first day of indecision, it's always followed by a next day or even sometimes up to 3 days. So don't be there complaining, because it's still an opportunity to make money. Oh, the market is boring. Oh, the market is this, is this. It's an opportunity to make money, because if you're trading a stock with a range, you're trading it, you can ride it up and ride it down. It means the price is coming back to the same, the opening and the closing, or I don't know what, those dojis, how they mean, is the same thing. So a stock will open up, go down, then come back and close to the same open or whatever price. So take advantage of those days. Those days are not the days you're saying I'm holding calls or I'm holding puts. Take every day. That's why I said I want people to focus mostly on day trading, because those opportunities to make money are there. After we had this long run, we always have some calm or some days of indecision. When the decision is made, we'll have our continuation. But we got our 9 days, which is a good run. That's a strong trend. We had 9 days. So after that, always anticipate indecision. And that's how you trade indecision. Okay. So I just wanted to say, I know I keep talking. Are you counting days? Are you? And people get sick of me, but this is what it means. You get this, you're running back up. So if this contract opened up here and then came down here, then that's your exit. And then you can leave a runner. Just clear money. You've gotten it at a discount, you're riding it back to where it came from. But if you're not counting days, you're there, the market opens, oh, you're expecting run, like Donna just wants the market to go up. But count days to gauge your expectations, please. Please just count the days. It doesn't take a lot. Whatever stock you're trading, know which day it is. It will gauge your expectation, and especially SPY and QQQ. They are the opportunities to make money. Yesterday contracts, $30 goes to 300. I mean, $30, you're buying 10, 300 to make 3,000. But you're there because there's nothing running, you're complaining. Oh, the market is not behaving, or the whatever. But if you counted days, you would have known on day 3, always expect a V. A V. Okay? I have to go. Any questions? I might have to take Marie in. She's now running a fever. She's throwing up. I don't even know what we are suffering from. Okay. So please count days, look at the volume. I haven't done much since it's just been. I'll post the videos for yesterday and today later and after Rina goes to school. Okay. Where's Dawn? Sign us off.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Let's make this money.
Yes, Merry Christmas. How am I forgetting? So we are meeting today. The party is there. I don't know if I'm gonna be up to the party with a sick child. Rina is better, but Marie is not. But you guys won't stop because I'm not feeling well. We just a session to interact. So we still have the party, Kashiro. Let's just Zoom and just thank God and interact. Probably some people will create relationships there. But let's meet to this evening. I don't promise I'll be my best, but we'll see. But let's just have it, even if I'm not there. We'll see. I may need to take Marie to the doctor, but we'll see. Okay. So thank you and Merry Christmas. Be safe, guys. Enjoy with the families. As we wait for next week is a short week. We'll see if we can still have opportunity to make money for New Year. But if the market is sucking, mostly what happens today, we might not, like if we go by what happened on Thanksgiving, where the volume reduced on 20, that Friday, then come Monday, we had everything running up. So if we have that now, because we have Monday break, today the market is open full day, right? So we might have the volume reducing again on Tuesday because the market will be open half day on Tuesday. So Wednesday might be a day we anticipate a run if we go by history. Okay. So thank you. We'll see you guys.
Bye, Virginia. Feel
Bye.
better.